Welcome to another Genius Gems. I'm your host, Angela Chanowski, and I am here today with one of my favorite people, James Hatfield. You always bring brilliance and energy to every time we have a conversation. So I am so excited to share your brilliance with the audience. And you always blow my mind. So I can't wait for today. Thank you for being here.
I'm excited to be here. We'll get everyone's wheels spinning. We'll give them some golden nuggets to modernize their business immediately.
All right. Well, let's start, James, with just telling us a little bit about you and then dive into your genius gem.
Yep. James Hatfield. I used to be a contractor. I owned painting and power washing companies and moved into technology. Currently work for a company, LiveSwitch. Imagine that Zoom and ChatGPT got together and had a baby, and that baby produced something you can do live video, recorded video, and AI to help do all kinds of fantastic things, including sales, operations, and a bunch of other business details. And I think we'll probably give some genius gems here in a minute from that.
Awesome. Well, dive into it. How are you going to blow our minds today?
Yep. So let's start off with making the value of your business go way up using AI. Everyone's heard of documenting their process, right? And we all love making a huge Google document and having the whole team write through everything, which we know we need to do. And usually we procrastinate it. But now with AI, you can take a video, a live video, or a recorded video of your team doing the process. So not only will you have it recorded in video, but you can ask AI to make this into one of my standard operating procedures documents, and it will automatically produce it. As much as we love to write out all those paragraphs, we don't. So that is the first thing that you can do to raise the value of your business and start documenting process for when new people start or when you're ready to exit your business. So that's genius gem number one.
That's a really good one.
All right. Second one, okay, along the same lines, is that we want to be able to take whatever recorded or live video and we want to use it for training. Okay, so imagine that you had a sales coach who was not emotional. I know salespeople were all emotional, right? But imagine a sales coach who didn't have any emotion. That's where AI can come in and review a team's call or a walkthrough or a video connection, and it can give your team members practical ways that they can improve what they're doing well, and then even lines of where they can improve. Like, hey, that's where you can close, that's where you can upsell. These reports for your team can also be documented along the timeline so they can even see their improvement over time.
That's a good one,
All
too.
right.
I love how you said an unemotional sales coach.
Yes, us as salespeople, we're a little bit emotional, aren't we, Angela? We get a little bit of our feelings hurt, or maybe we don't want to hurt other people's feelings when we give feedback. AI could care less about your feelings. And so it just nails you. I mean, I had it done on me the other day. I mean, it's humbling, but the truth, it can help me step up and really do better. And so I think that is another killer way to start using AI in your business with your sales team.
Sales team and all kinds of coaching and team. Like you said, I use AI to coach myself all the time, and it's quite humbling. But awareness is the first step.
That's right. That's right. So you've got your sales. Now you've got your operations. You're documenting those procedures. And then the last piece is CRM. Okay. Last genius gem. Don't you just love it when your salespeople or your operational people don't go into your CRM system and put in all their notes? You know why they don't do that, Angela?
Why?
They hate it. I have not met a single person who's like, I just love making CRM entries. But as a business owner, don't we have to have our one source of the truth, someplace where we can go and review? And don't you love it when you go to CRM about a job and there's one line like, did the work, customer happy? That doesn't work. All right. So now what you want to be able to do is have your team, whether it's sales or operations, start to document, whether with live or recorded video, hence LiveSwitch, right? And then put it through AI and have the AI say, hey, create a CRM entry of all the actions that we did, all things that need to be done, and then the things that were discussed. And then you just hit a button and AI will review the entire session and create a CRM report that your team can copy and paste. Because the other thing about when you're on sales or operations, as you know, you can't remember everything. I can't even remember what I had for breakfast. I don't know about you, Angela, but I can't remember anything anymore. So it's not that I don't want to make good entries into our CRM system. I just forget sometimes, like, oh, yeah, I should have done that. So by leveraging AI to write this out for you and your team, now you're documenting this when you have to hand it off or come back 6 months later, or when the customer calls back, you've got it all written out as well as videos and photos. So all of these pieces come all the way across your business to start using AI to save your team time from things they hate doing, or coaching them to do it better, or documenting everything for future people or when you're ready to sell the business. So there is so much that can be done, so much time savings, but there's so much value in starting to put this into your business, and it's not hard. It's so easy to do.
Uh, all of these are so good. And in that last one, you're right. Like your CRM, we all want this to be our one source of information. And so this is making it so you don't have to tell people to put their notes in there and do it the way you did. And besides AI doing it, one of my favorite ways, and I use an AI tool, I mean, it is kind of exactly what you said, so that stuff gets into our CRM. And you guys, was the bottleneck of stuff not getting in our CRM, because I know how important it is. I was trying to make my teams do the process, but I wasn't putting my notes in there because I would be like, oh, I'm driving. Oh, I'm doing something else. And I made constant excuses why I didn't have notes or a recording of my discovery calls. So my team makes me wear my device. And now I have no excuse. And I also don't have to go put it in there. So not only is AI listening to everything, then we create an automation so Angela can't screw it up. So
That's right.
then, how to use AI and how do you create an automation so everything is automatically in your CRM and no one has to worry about it.
And now I think everyone in your company probably carries a smartphone. So let's use the tools that we have. Angela has very cool wristband, but if you don't want to issue wristbands to everyone, people buy these outside of your business, right? So all they have to do now is hit record or go or review it. These are one tap solutions. These are not go back to, 2, 3 weeks of training, because no one wants to do that either. We want to just show people, hey, just do this, hit the button, you're covered. And that can cover our backside as well as make the value of our business go way up. So we got to start doing that immediately. So these are some genius gems that I think you can implement right away. And if you have questions, obviously Angela, myself, and others are happy to tell you and show you exactly what we're doing.
Well, these are incredible genius gems that anyone can implement in a business. Let's dive. I want to give you a bonus round.
Okay.
You're like, oh, let's dive specifically into some of the stuff that LiveSwitch is doing with AI that is blowing my mind in the home service industry. We just used it on our last little thing to redesign my podcast studio. Do a walk around with me. So just give us some like real life examples of things that you guys are doing
Yeah.
in your.
So what we're doing is allowing you to do a live video with someone else who could be walking around a property, could be walking around a business, or they can just record a video and start talking about the remodel job that they want, or the painting work that they need, or a fence that they need to be installed, or holiday lights that need to be hung. And you can take that entire video and language and do whatever you want. You can translate that to Spanish. You can have it recommend how they want the holiday lights done. You can ask it, what is the square footage and how much fencing do I need? You can ask it to diagnose and fix your HVAC unit. It just did that for me for 3 weeks ago. And my technician, their jaw was on the floor and they're like, can I buy stock in your company? It was that mind blowing, right? It's your imagination is the limitation, because once you have video with live discussions, you can do all kinds of things that can save you time. Like ask it, what tools will I need? Can you put a timeline on this? Can you put a budget on this? Can you analyze this for pre-existing damage? And it will create reports from that video with that video or photos. You could just upload old photos even from a year ago. You could upload a video from 2 years ago and then ask AI to analyze that job and prepare me. Or if technician went out and took a bunch of video, or you had a sales call, you can say, hey, prep me for the job, make sure I don't forget any tools. What tools am I going to need? What did we agree upon? What do I need to be aware of with this customer? And it will prepare you all with one click. You just put in the prompt to whatever you want it to do and it will do that. And blows my mind every day. Like when it totally looked at your podcast studio and was so specific down to the aperture size, the hertz, the things on your lighting, the Kelvin on your, I was like, wow, it's not just high level, it's deep where you will, it just takes you aback that it can do so much even with 1 or 2 minutes of video. It's crazy.
So I'm going to go through a detailed example of one of my favorite things with LiveSwitch. So, and of course, we're going to partner it with Unique Genius, right? You guys, so if you have a company and somebody calls in, a prospect calls in, they've got a problem. You used one with your, did you use plumbing or HVAC?
Yeah, I did one with HVAC and I also did one with restoration and mold.
Oh, so some problem in your house, right? And that you're calling a home service company and this is a lead, they're a hot lead coming in, they have a problem and they want to know if you can help them. And your person answers the phone. If you're one of our clients, your person's in the Philippines answering the phone. Instead of having to schedule somebody, now this person has a problem and they want an answer like now. So you can provide them an answer right now. Your person just sends them a link. All of a sudden, you guys are on video together. Just one press of a button. Now you're on LiveSwitch together. You can have that client walk around, whether it is a problem up on their roof, whether it is something outside that you want. You guide them, they walk around, you have that human touch of connection and empathy. I'm here with you. We're going to solve your problem. But the tech on the other, or the not tech, person answering the phone, CSR, doesn't have to be knowledgeable at all in HVAC or whatever the problem is. They get to be good at what they're doing. Human connection, empathy, becoming that person's best friend. The video is going around. LiveSwitch plus superpowered on your AI that you have all integrated can diagnose and tell you the problem, figure it out so that you can deploy a solution. You can let that customer know what's going on. They feel like you're the expert now, and then figure out, schedule something and let them know they're taken care of all in an instant. No one's having to call back and giving them a chance to call another company.
That's it. That's exactly right. And you're making this one click for that team, for Angela's team. Literally, it just says, hey, diagnose or give me the job size, and they just click it, runs the AI report on the video, and they're ready to rock. Or if they have to hand it off, immediately, your technician who's going to go on site or going to call back and close the deal, they're fully prepared. And there's even a do-it-yourself for after hours thing. So if someone's after hours, they can just send a text and the person can walk around and say anything on the property that they want done. Obviously it going to connect to the business that you provide, but this is one of those things where once you see it and you're like, okay, this is not just some future, nonsense that Angela and James cooked up. Not at all. It's real and it's immediate. And once you see it and you touch it and you see the reports and then you see the money come in, like Angela, I had an HVAC company on our website with their logos and everything. They have 9 different businesses. They bought our stuff for 9 companies. The owner of all of them called me and she said, hey, James, I need you to take my logos off of your website. I was like, oh, did we do something wrong? He's like, no, with your stuff and all of this AI, we've booked over $500,000 in new business in the last 4 months. And I don't want my competitors knowing that we have this. Not great for me, but great for them, which they're very happy. But it was just one of those things where at the end of the day, it needs to convert to cash and it needs to be real for the team. It needs to cover their butt or get new money. And that's the thing that, at the end of the day, what you can do, partnering with Angela's company, with your team from the Philippines, doing things from half a world away and moving the needle for you in your company.
Ah, awesome. Well, so many genius gems. Thanks for sharing your brilliance with us today and always, James.
Thanks, Angela.
Thanks, everyone. Tune in next time.